Hello everyone, welcome to your monthly tarot reading for August 2023. So these are messages from Spirit for the month of August. Take these energies, my friends, where they apply, where they fit in your life, and view these readings as a heads up, a guidance into the energies that you might be facing this month, and maybe how to handle those challenges or how to be more aware of the opportunities that might be coming your way. Let's get started. Okay, Leo, so your overall energy, or hello my friend, sorry. Leo, your overall energy for August is well-being and triggers. Additional messages with the Oracle is create a healthy structure and lovingly speak your truth. Now the 4-week breakdown, or how the energies are likely to play out, we have the Tower, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So very much so, I've been really finding that the cards are really, like I could really just mix them all together, like they just reaffirm what the other card is saying basically. So I really like that energy. It's very like I'm feeling it's very precise. So we're going to start with your overall energy, and isn't this just beautiful? I'm house sitting at the moment, but every time I don't know why I'm saying this, but it kind of popped into my head, so I'm going to say it. But looking at this card just now, I was thinking, oh, when I don't house sit anymore, I'd love a poster, or print of this and have it up in the room that I do my readings in. There's just this beautiful energy, just healing energy, gentle feminine energy, a sense of I'm okay. And actually, do you know what Spirit just gave me? I'm more than okay, and I'm looking after me. It's this gentle energy, really gentle energy. I hope it's coming out as beautifully for you. There probably is a bit of a shine to it, but it's just beautiful. Now, Leo, sometimes Spirit brings me, I'm going to call it rambling, but sometimes Spirit brings me these things that pop into my head, and I kind of hold it back, and then it's like, oh no, or sometimes then it'll pop out. And it's Spirit's way of trying to draw your attention to something. Sorry about that, Leo, I just had to go and tend to one of the cats. So this well-being, I think, is something that Spirit is asking you to embody completely. This is about you. And I feel that this reading with the Queens and the Knights, create a healthy structure, lovingly speak your truth, and especially these triggers, I really feel that your well-being, and Spirit's asking me to explain that, Leo. I mean, we all know what well-being means, but here what Spirit is saying is your well-being is what is right for you. It's really difficult to have, a good well-being, to be in a place of being well, when we hate everything about our life. That doesn't encourage well-being. And I'm not saying, Leah, that you hate everything about your life, of course not. But what we're trying to draw to your attention is things need to change. Now, for some of you, that's a lot of things. For others of you, it's just an aspect of yourself or an area of your life, but there is something that is calling your attention. And it's going to try to get your attention with triggers. You know, we all are triggered. We all have things that trigger us, that just annoy us, or just, you know, we're just da-di-da-di-da, and then suddenly, bam, we're angry, or we're just like, frustrated or whatever, and it can just be the simplest little thing. And then if we're with somebody, they could look at us and go, wow, you just so overreacted then. And what triggers one person doesn't trigger another necessarily. So, you know, people can look at us and go, oh my God, where did that come from? That was so uncalled for, or that was so over the top. And I feel that the triggers at the moment are really trying to guide you to see what needs to change, to see even what needs to be healed. I'm getting, because we've got well-being and we've got healthy structures, and I'm feeling that that comes with a sense of healing. Now, very interesting, there's a lot of purples and indigos in this card, so I'm really looking, it's really making me think of your crown chakra, a little bit of your third eye as well. And I'm really thinking, just as I saw that, I just got this pinpoint here, and I actually touched my third eye, and I got, it's almost like that there's this beam of clarity that comes out of your third eye that enables you to see clearly, clearer than what you see with your actual eyes. And the things that trigger you are going to be a huge guide for you. So as annoying as triggers are, as unpleasant as triggers are, and the people that trigger us, you know, to be honest, they're a guiding system. They're a way that spirit shows us. They're a way that we learn if we're open to. Now, triggers can just be a thorn in our side. They can just annoy us beyond anything. But if we can be aware enough and actually gain awareness while we're being triggered, which is not easy to do, because triggers are that instant switch, and it's difficult when that switch gets flicked to kind of go, oh, hang on a minute, I'm being triggered. So often the way it happens is we realize afterwards, we're like, oh my gosh, I was so triggered. And you know, it might be like I got that first message that somebody standing next to you is going to go, oh my gosh, where did that come from? That was such an overreaction. And that might be the thing that makes you go, oh, I must have been triggered. Oh, I was triggered. And I think you'll not dwell on it in a negative sense, like that hamster wheel mind where you go over and over and over and over and just do your head in. I feel you're actually going to be able to look at the situation and go, okay, I was triggered. Why? Like, and I think you'll be able to find a space to look objectively at the situation, at what triggered, at the situation, not necessarily why it triggered you, but just look at the situation and go, oh my gosh, that person really didn't mean anything by it, or that situation was really, like, there could be so many reasons why that person, you know, overtook me, or jumped in the queue, or whatever it is that triggers us. And then I think you're going to be, from that clarity, you're going to be able to look at the trigger and what created that trigger. Not that situation, but what in your past created that hurt, where when something along those lines happens, you get triggered. And that's where we heal our triggers. That's where things don't trigger us so much anymore, because there's an aspect of us that has healed from it, moved past it. And then you've got create a healthy structure. Create a healthy structure. Preserve your inner world. And I think this is really looking at you. I think this well-being card, I mean, look at the colors. I think this is really looking at you and really saying to yourself, what do I need now in my life to improve my well-being? And your well-being is not only health, like physical health, it's mental health, it's emotional health. It's also your levels of happiness, your levels of achievement, where you want to be, what you want to be doing. Now, Spirit just said to me to deepen the where you want to be and what you want to be doing. This is not ego driven. This is not getting attached to outcomes or scenarios, and I will only have well-being when I get to that point over there. It's not that. It's almost the opposite. It's almost a sense of, well, where you are now, the way it applies to you now, Leo, it's almost the sense of your well-being is going to be moving away what doesn't fit. So you're actually going to be looking at what doesn't serve me now. Because I don't know that I think you might have goals and dreams, of course, but I think they may have become attachments. Almost like what I said earlier, I'll be happy when. And I think that has disempowered you in some way, because I believe you're not able to achieve that in this present moment, not yet. Maybe the dream and goal is going to change, or maybe your situation needs to change in order for you to be able to move forward towards it. So there's a sense at the moment your empowerment, Leo, is going to be looking at what you can actually change in your present moment. And what you can actually change in your present moment is the things that are no longer in alignment with you, the things that are no longer are part of creating an environment of well-being for you. It says preserve your inner world. So this is not coming from the ego, this is not coming from your mind, this is coming from deep within you. Like you asking yourself, gosh, really, what do I need to be well? What do I need to be happy? And I think that, you know, whenever that happens, it really brings us to lovingly speak your truth. Vulnerability is strength. There's this sense here, Leo, that when you realize what you need right now to improve your well-being, I feel the next step is creating a space within yourself to be able to voice those needs. And I think with this, I'm feeling this energy, and I'm just struggling a little bit to put it into words, because there's a sense here that it's almost like understanding your own needs also makes you realize that they may not be the needs of those that are around you. You have this understanding that your needs may actually lead you somewhere different. So I feel there's this gentleness that is coming to you, I almost want to say, that is going to be quite powerful in you, because I feel that you are going to feel vulnerable in voicing what you need to be happy, what you need for your well-being. And I feel that you will also understand how you voicing your needs, Leo, might make others feel vulnerable, because you've got the Tower. So I feel that it's going to bring change. And I think this card is reminding you that when we speak our truth, it doesn't have to be my way or the highway. It doesn't have to be a wall that we build. And because Spirit is showing me, telling me that sometimes, and I feel that you may fall into this, Leo, sometimes in order to feel comfortable expressing what we want now, what we need now, we almost feel like we have to pick on something in ourselves or pick on something in another. So for instance, if you're realizing that you, in order to be happy, you don't want to live where you're living. Now imagine you're married with kids. You may find yourself falling into the trap of going, oh, I hate this place and look at this traffic, and you're going to try to put blame on where you are, what's happening around you. So then you can almost say, well, this is why I'm not happy here. This is why we should move. So you almost have to bring the drama into the situation. You almost have to put blame. This can be if you want to leave a partner. You might almost suddenly start finding yourself, you're pointing out all their flaws. Or all their flaws start to trigger you, and you're going to use those to put the blame on them, to put the blame on the job or the blame on the environment. And Spirit is really drawing your attention, Leo, to just not do that. To say, do you know what? I really want to move. I really want to experience something different. I really want to, you know, but I think there's an honesty in saying exactly how you feel. Now, you might not be able to explain it. You know, the other person might go, well, where did this come from? Why? And you might just say, look, I don't know. But that's really how I feel. And it's really like pulling me or calling me or what. But I'm sensing this gentleness. And I'm sensing the truth. Not trying to make things up or put blames on anything. And I think that's where the strength lies. You know, and I'm really feeling that. Look at the blues, how they I feel the Tower moment has to happen in order for you to move on, in order for you to get past this point, in order for you to create healthy structures around you. And basically that just means to create a healthy life around you that that sits well with you, my friends. So let's go to this tarot. So week 1, or how the energies start off, you've got the Tower. Now this Tower, I'm really seeing it like these triggers. And I really feel that's why you've got this card, and that I spent quite a bit of time on this card saying, you know, don't blame others. Don't put a negative spin on everything in order to be able to say that's why I'm going. I think the Tower, the Tower is a major arcana. So this is how the part that Spirit plays in co-creating life with us. So Spirit is going to play a hand in this. And I feel the Tower has to fall, because I love how this doesn't say create a healthy life. This says create a healthy structure. And the Tower is all about, you have built your life not on a solid foundation, which basically means you've built your life not in alignment with who you are. So then it's very shaky, it's very fragile. It doesn't take much sort of to make it wobble or knock it over. So it's a life that you've built that is full of triggers, because you're always trying to maintain the composure, the fast, you know, maybe you're not being who you really are. You're trying to maintain the status quo. But there's a sense here of trying to maintain. There's no flow here. There's just a solid structure that the mountain can't handle. The minute there's a storm or a thunder, you know, it crumbles. And the Tower does bring surprise. It does bring, like, a little bit like you feel like the carpet's been swept out from under your feet. So it is not the most pleasant card, but I feel with hindsight, we always look back at the Tower as a blessing. It's the catalyst. And it's almost like as we move forward and we have enough time that has lapsed where we can have clarity and wisdom and the beauty of hindsight, it is always a blessing. And would we have wished it didn't go down that way? Absolutely. But we can always point to the Tower moment. We always know what it's the catalyst. And we can see how much that helped us. We can see as unpleasant as it was, we are so grateful for it with hindsight. Now, what does the Tower bring you, Leo? The Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. Now, the universe is playing a part in this. The universe always plays a part in this. And then it brings you 2 queens. Now, Leo, it brings you the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. So the Swords is, I see it as alignment, cutting out everything that doesn't fit anymore. Clarity in knowing what that is and how to do that. The Wands is all about our passions, our dreams, our goals, what we want to achieve in life, the fire in our belly. And both of these are queens. Now, the Queen is the energy of being receptive. It's almost like these queens are saying, okay, Spirit, the Tower came, I've cut out all the things that are not in alignment with my calling, my soul, my passion, my dreams, my goals. Now what? Because the queens are that feminine energy of receiving. So they know The Queen of Swords knows that she will receive the information, the ideas, the messages that she needs in order to move forward with clarity, understanding, and wisdom. The Queen of Wands knows that she will receive what is in alignment with her calling, her soul purpose, her passions, dreams, goals. So then there's this energy that Spirit is saying, almost like watch and wait after the Tower moment. The Tower moment will help you speak your truth, I believe. Or maybe you speak your truth and then there's the Tower moment. It'll play out all different for you. But then you've got the Knight of Cups. And the Knights are the court card that comes after the Page. The Page is the one that accepts the Ace, the gift from the universe, and kind of goes, oh, I see potential in this. What can I do with this? The Knight then is the one that takes action. And then the Queen receives, and then the Kings have received everything they need, and then they can give back. So this Knight of Cups, the Cups is fulfillment. This Knight of Cups is moving towards fulfillment. Now also the Cups is your heart, your feelings, your emotions. This Knight is moving forward to fulfillment and well-being. He's following his heart. He's open. This is the lovingly speak your truth. And this is moving forward in a way that opens you up to a whole new way of being, a whole new life to a certain extent. I'm not saying that all your lives are going to completely and utterly change. I really don't believe that that's the case. But I really feel like there's going to be this forward movement. And I think it's really going to create healthy structures around you. You're really going to find yourself like, it's like, oh, I feel good in this space that I'm at. I feel like you feel supported, you feel nurtured, you feel that it's aligned, it just feels right. And it's not an easy journey getting there, but when you get there, you're going to look back, and Leo, you're going to be so grateful. I just really feel you're just going to be so grateful. I'm going to leave you with those messages, Leo. Love, light, and blessings, my friends. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.